You ever look at the UFC Apex and think, man, this place feels like the world's most expensive high school gym? Yeah, that's because it kinda is. But here's the thing. While we all love to roast Apex cars for looking like Dana just shoveled a deck of "who's that guy?" and picked 12 names, the Apex isn't actually that bad. In fact, it's almost great.
Big Phil! Get out!
Keyword, almost. Because for every night where someone gets their soul uppercutted into the ether, there's another where the silence in that building is so thick, you can hear a corner yelling "breathe" from across the cage. So today, we're gonna talk about why the Apex deserves a little more love and a lot more upgrades. Let's start with the good stuff, alright? The Apex cage is smaller, and I love it. That little cage turns every fight into a pressure cooker. You can't run, you can't circle for 50 minutes pretending you're doing light cardio. You're in the Thunderdome now. Smaller cage equals more pressure, more exchanges, more violence. And that's just beautiful. If the standard cage is like a boxing ring, well, the Apex is like a phone booth. And we love phone booth fights. The chaos is real. You've seen it. Fights at the Apex tend to have more finishes, more scrambles, more drama. It forces action. And for fans like us, that's the good stuff. From a business and operations standpoint, the Apex is basically a cheat code for the UFC. They don't have to book a new arena every weekend, no crazy travel logistics, no, hey, the K-truck's stuck in traffic somewhere between Kansas and Vegas. They own the place. They can set up cards easily. Fighters get opportunities, the schedule flows smoother, and honestly, that's great for the sport. More fights, more opportunities, more cards. It gives them flexibility other promotions would kill for. But just because something works doesn't mean it's perfect. This is where I actually think the Apex could shine the brightest. As the UFC's minor leagues. Hear me out. This should be the proving ground for prospects, debutants, and hungry killers just outside the rankings. The main card should feature fighters that are trying to break into the top 15, and the headliner should always be a ranked matchup, top 10 or at least top 15. And the undercard should be stacked with rising stars looking to make a statement. Think of it like baseball's minor leagues, except instead of bats, people are getting kneed into another dimension. That's the Apex's lane. That's where it makes sense. This is how you build stars, not by tossing them into the crowdless void where hype goes to die. Look, the Apex works logistically. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. And I mentioned this earlier, and that's the crowd. Or should I say, the 20 people politely clapping like they're watching a middle school spelling bee. No crowd means no energy. No energy means even bangers can feel like glorified sparring matches. And that brings me to my boy, Esteban Ribovics. This man is guaranteed violence every single time he steps into the cage. When he fights, you know there will be blood, chaos, spitting stuff, someone's chin getting relocated to another dimension. And yet, he's doing all that in front of 30 people and a couple of security guards who look like they'd rather be at a buffet. It's actually insane. You get this absolute banger of a fight, something that should have an entire arena on its feet, people screaming, beer flying, souls leaving bodies, and instead you hear one guy in the corner yelling, "Let's go Esteban!" And that's it. The Apex is robbing fighters like him of the moment they deserve. Imagine if those fights happen in front of 10,000 fans. That's when stars are born. Instead, it's happening in a glorified gym with VIP seating for Dana and the homies. And while we're talking about crowd energy, can we talk about Dana White's Contender Series? These fighters are out there fighting for their dream. I just watched the greatest fight of all time on the Dana White Contender Series. These guys left it all in there and they both got the contract. It's the biggest moment of their life. Their chance to earn a UFC contract. And they're doing it in front of Dana, Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, and the bored cameraman. The Contender Series would be so much better with a real crowd. Give them 5,000 fans. Let them feel what it's like to walk into a fight with real energy. Let them taste what it means to make it. Give them a nibble. You know, a little taste. That moment can shape fighters. It can boost confidence. It can make stars before they even hit the main roster. So here's the move. Renovate the Apex. When the UFC signed with Paramount, there were rumors going around that they were going to renovate the Apex. How about they actually renovate the Apex? I'm not saying build another T-Mobile arena, but make it a real venue. Give it a 10K seat capacity, maybe even 15K. Make tickets affordable. Build an actual fight night atmosphere. Make Apex Nights its own brand. a proving ground for the next generation. A place where fans know they're getting action, where fighters get a real crowd, and where stars can be born in-house. Imagine an Apex card where you know you're seeing tomorrow's stars before they blow up. That's gold. All of this sounds great, but if the fight cards keep looking like they were made during Dana's lunch break, none of it matters. Better matchups, more meaningful headliners, real stakes. If the Apex is the future factory of UFC stars, then book it like it is. We shouldn't be looking at a fight night thinking, wait, who's even fighting again? No! Dana White, do your job and promote the events and promote the fighters. This isn't just about the fans, it's about the fighters. Energy builds hype. Hype builds stars. Stars build the sport. The Apex should be a place where we discover greatness, not where it goes unnoticed because no one was there to cheer. If you give these fighters a proper stage, a proper crowd, it changes everything. Look at how many careers were made because a crowd went nuclear after a highlight moment. Leon Edwards is the personification of this. One kick made him world famous. And gave us the now iconic headshot dead. And these cold ass photos.
I could drop ties in this bitch. Drop like flies in this bitch. I could ties in this.
So yeah, the Apex isn't bad. It's actually great in a lot of ways. Small cage, big action, easy logistics, a natural home for rising stars. But it's missing the magic, the key component. It's missing that extra oomph. It's missing the crowd, the atmosphere, and the matchups that make people care. UFC fighters should not be fighting in front of 30 people. They should be fighting in front of thousands of people, thousands of fans. Not in a gym, but in arenas. So how do we fix this? Renovate it, fill it up, make it a real arena. Give fighters the stage they deserve. Right now, the Apex is like owning a Ferrari and driving it through a school zone. Anyways, this has been the MMA Couch, where we love chaos, complain about matchmaking, and dream of the day Esteban Ribovics gets to land a flying knee in front of 10,000 screaming maniacs. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you would change about the Apex in the comments below. If you enjoyed the videos and would like to support the channel, you can do that by buying me a coffee with the pinned comment down below. That's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.